Hello, little fishes. Welcome back to my cozy little tarot corner of the internet. My name is Raven if you're new here, aka Boyish Empress. I will be your guide, your tarot reader, and your friend for the duration of this video. Before I start, if you hear any construction noises in the background, I shouldn't say construction, I should say if you hear any yard work in the background, I apologize. There have been leaf blowers and lawnmowers near my apartment all morning, and it is now 2 p.m. So I'm not sure when they're going to stop, but the show must go on. Alrighty, so today I am coming back after I took about a week and a half off. I posted a video in the meantime, but it's been about a week and a half since I've recorded. And I'm looking forward to hitting you guys with a really positive, lighter message today. This is going to be a confidence boost reading, okay? This is going to be for you to be able to access more confidence in your day. We're going to get some compliments in there thrown at you. We're going to get possibly some things that you're good at, reminding you of your strengths, of your importance in this world, and of your individuality. So if you need a pep in your step, this is the correct reading for you, and I'm very excited to conduct it for you. So before we begin, if you're new to my pick a card readings or pick a card readings in general, I really encourage you to use your intuition when you are picking one of these piles. So feel into any bodily sensations, any yeses or nos that pop up in your mind or in your body when you look at each of the piles, and just any other ways that your gut feelings might surface for you. Really pay attention to them and listen to them, and use this as an exercise in strengthening your intuition. This is a really low stakes way, to use your intuition. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to pick one and it's not really going to resonate with you. But you'll learn from the experience of either choosing something that's correct or choosing something that's not correct. And that applies in, something small like a pick a card tarot reading on YouTube, or something bigger, like a hobby or career that you're trying on for the first time. My point is, this is a great exercise to be able to listen to the self. And I also just want you to receive the best reading possible out of these choices here today. So that's my little spiel, okay? Go with your gut. Don't second guess yourself. And I'm going to move into the pile selection, so I'm going to hover over each one, give you about 20 to 30 seconds to feel into your intuition around that pile, and then you can choose from there. Alrighty, so we've got pile number 1. This is a snowflake obsidian with the word respect carved into it. Then we've got pile number 2 with, what is this? With the smoky quartz. Pile number 3 with a classic black rock from outside. And pile number 4 with the ocean jasper. Alright babes, if you need more time to pick, no worries, just pause the video and meet me at your timestamp down below for the pile that you chose. But I will see you there. Hello, pile number 1 choosers. Welcome to your confidence reading. Hopefully this can infuse some positivity, some confidence into your day thus far. I will repeat myself again. If you hear any yard work noises, I'm so sorry. They won't go away. I'm trying to cover it up as best I can with our soothing music. So yeah, let's just try to settle in. Rid yourself of the day thus far. Any frustration that came up, any negativity, you can roll your shoulders a little bit. And just allow yourself a moment to set the intention that the rest of your day will be infused with more positivity and more confidence. Just let yourself have the opportunity to start to feel good about yourself, all right? So here we go. I'm going to move her. It looks like she's really slanted, but she's not. It's just the angle. Okay. All right, my love. So you chose the stone with respect on it. With the snowflake obsidian. I feel like maybe this is representative of you feeling protective of yourself, making sure that you are put in situations in which you'll be respected. Just something that came up from your choice of stone on top of your pile. All right, let's get started. I'm using one deck today, and it is the Transient Light Tarot. I think this is going to be a bit shorter than my messages usually are, but I know myself, so. If there's one thing I can do, it's talk a lot when I'm giving a tarot reading. So let's see, pile number 1. The first thing I asked was for Spirit to give me a couple of compliments about you. So let's see what they have in store. Champion of Vessels. This is, what is this? Knight of Cups in the original tarot deck. 8 of Vessels. Okay, so strong water energies coming out right away. You could be a water sign or have water placements in your chart, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Immediately, I get travel. I get change occurring. I'm being drawn to this bird, but also these little footsteps around the snow here, almost like the bird is traveling through these 2 cards. Especially because these are 2 different moon phases as well. I feel like Spirit wants to congratulate you and also let you know that whatever you're doing right now, it could be traveling for work or traveling to go to school, some sort of internship, some sort of change is occurring and you're leaving something behind. It feels like a place, but this also could be a metaphorical place. It feels like you're pursuing a new chapter in pursuit of your happiness and expanded knowledge here, but also about something that you love. So whatever that's ringing a bell for, Spirit is bringing it to your attention as something that you are guided heavily in doing, okay? So if you have any fears about this next chapter, maybe you're going on a trip or something like this, know that you're getting the green light from Spirit, okay? You're getting the green light to go on some sort of journey. And I feel that Spirit is complimenting you about the way that you are able to take action in your life. I get the sense that even if change is quote unquote hard for you, you go through with it anyway when change needs to happen. And Spirit is kind of patting you on the back for that. And I hope that you pat yourself on the back for that, because there are many people in this world that do not shift when things need to be shifted, that do not move when they need to move or when they're being called to move. And perhaps that was you for a while. Either way, you're moving now, and you're taking the steps now, and you're willing to make yourself uncomfortable if it means expanding your mind, if it means having soul expanding, soul enriching experiences. You could be a Sagittarius, just something that popped up based on travel and change and expansion. That's the first compliment that Spirit wants to give you. Okay, let's just keep going here. I think you have 2 more, but we can always pull more if we want. And what would infuse you with more confidence to know right now? Crown of Swords, King of Swords, right? I think so, yes, King of Swords. And the Seven of Vessels. A lot of water energy once again. So you're in a phase of your life that it feels less emotional than it does influential. I feel like you're in this spot in your life that you are emotional about like the things that you are doing, but it's more you're paying very close attention to desire and to things that motivate you and to things that interest you. And this is a way that you're nourishing yourself, is by allowing yourself to go after new experiences. New knowledge is definitely what I'm feeling with the Crown of Swords. Okay, so Spirit is saying you can't go wrong. You have a lot of options laid out in front of you right now, and you're trying to figure out how you can proceed with so many options. It's almost like you're with the Crown of Swords, it's like you have to dig into one thing and wrap yourself around one thing, but there's so many things at your disposal. So this could be causing mental confusion and emotional difficulty as well. But what Spirit really wants to tell you is that your skill can be utilized in as many different mediums that interest you, okay? So say you're an artist and you're very interested in a lot of different art forms, but you don't know which one to necessarily pursue in the most serious way. It almost doesn't matter. It almost doesn't matter. It is a struggle because yes, you have to choose one thing, and that decision-making process can be difficult. It's hard to be steadfast in our decisions. It's hard to put our foot down and say, yes, this is what I'm choosing. But also understand that it's what you're choosing for this moment. And every other moment is subject to change. So you never know. You might choose something right now, and then it leads you to something else that you never expected. Or it leads you into something else that you've done before and you love. Maybe you can link 2 paths together, 2 art forms together, if we're going with that example. Don't let this crush you. Don't let the decision-making process stress you out too much. What you really need to be focusing on is helping yourself to feel whole and giving yourself the best chance to do that by going after what really lights you up. Because I see with this Eight of Vessels here that it feels like you're missing something. And I feel that you're identifying that and are making plans to go out and change that and improve your life, improve your well-being by chasing after this thing. And that's all you need to worry about, is like just infusing, is letting yourself change in positive ways and be affected by things. So I hope that that makes sense. You are multi-talented. You are multifaceted. Different parts of you may want different things and to go down different paths. It's difficult because our feelings may change from day to day what we want to do. But make the decision. If the decision is to go out and travel, which is like, I'm getting a real travel vibe, Spirit wants you to do that. And then know that you have so much time to be flexible and change your mind, but there's some experience that has to do with expansion and travel here that Spirit really wants you to go after. So I suppose what would give you confidence is just me letting you know that Spirit wants you to do that. And know that you will be growing and learning for your whole life. So if you have many things that you would like to learn about, study, master in this life, believe that you can do that, but you can't do it all at once, okay? So what is lighting you up the most right now? What's lighting you up the most right now? Commit to that a little bit more. And know that just because you commit to something right now doesn't mean that you are not a multifaceted and multi-talented person. You're going to figure out kind of what box to put things in over time. And you might switch things out of one box and put them in another, okay? So there is an aspect of like, you have to figure out what to do for work and what to do for hobbies. You have a lot of time. You have a lot of time to figure that out. But right now, you have to make a decision that's going to help your soul. And it's going to help inform your future decisions, your future career. And it feels like a trip of some sort. If that really excites you, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Life is you have a lot of time, but at the same time, life is way too short to shut down opportunities that make you light up. Okay, pile number 1, that is your reading. If you enjoyed this and how I showed up today, please give me a like, a comment, or a subscribe. If you're interested in shorter form content, I am also on TikTok and do collective tarot readings there under Boyish Empress. And other than that, till next time, I hope that you have an amazing day and that you got something out of this reading. Bye! If you chose pile number 2, welcome to your reading. This is a reading that is meant to put a pep in your step, make you a little bit happier, give you some clarity. Overall, just infuse some positivity into your day. So wherever you're at in your day thus far, allow your shoulders to drop. Maybe unclench the jaw, check in with your facial muscles. And release some tension that the day has brought to your mind and your body. Let yourself let it go. You don't need it right now. Give yourself thanks for just taking some time out of your day to search for positivity and to let yourself have it. Because that's what this is, okay? It's a positive message. It's going to help you be confident in your journey right now and give you some confirmation. Okay, so you chose the smoky quartz. For this reading, I'm using the Transient Tarot. Okay. All right, let's get started. The first thing I asked Spirit was to help me to compliment you. So we're going to start off with a couple of compliments for you. All right, for my pile number 2 viewers. 10 of Wands. The Chariot. Okay. What an interesting Chariot card. So this is an interesting compliment. Whatever has gotten you to your wit's end that you feel, quite frankly, pissed about, whatever led you to speak your truth, maybe more clearly than you usually do, it caused you to be kind of polarized. It caused the people around you to, it caused conflict. It caused conflict for you to speak up in the way that you did. But it's creating space in your life for you to move forward in a new way. I feel like most of this is internal, but it's going to reflect in your outer world eventually. This is you really honing in on anger as a sacred tool of expressing your boundaries. And that's the main compliment that's coming through so far, is that you have allowed yourself to be more direct. And it came from a breaking point. The 10 of Wands makes me feel like you have let other people kind of step all over you, or you let other people take up way too much space in dynamics that you were in. And maybe this is due to your upbringing. But you've shifted and you've given yourself this space. I see this like kind of sphere of light around you, around your throat chakra actually. And you've allowed yourself to speak more plainly and honor your perspective. And you know that not everyone around you is going to have the same perspective as you, and that's why sometimes it can be polarizing to speak your truth. It can put people in different kind of camps, so to speak. Do they agree with you or do they not agree with you? And you're learning how to find comfort within that process, although it feels kind of destabilizing. Spirit wants to congratulate you for that. You're doing a really good job. Even if you're just speaking your truth to yourself, there's an element of truth that is coming through that you have had to go through a lengthy process to unearth from yourself. And the reason this is going to propel you forward is because it puts a sharper definition to who you are. And though it can be scary to define who we are, it brings us more in line with situations that feel good to us. And it brings people into our lives that can recognize us. I hear this a lot in the spiritual sphere, and I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record and if you've heard this too, but it is coming through. Like, the people that are meant to resonate with you can't find you until you step up authentically. Because as long as you are carrying on with a different mask that's not making you happy and not like lighting you up from the inside out, it's going to be really hard for people to find that. And perhaps there are people that can see beyond the mask, of course. There are people that are going to be very perceptive in our lives and are going to know different sides of us. And that's beautiful. But I feel a sense of you moving into a new phase in your life. Perhaps I'm getting like social media. So perhaps you're trying to start a career or a business with social media, or just with your expression in general. And it's imperative for you in this case to be as authentic as you can be in every moment. That doesn't mean that you're always the same, we shift and we change with the seasons, with time, day by day, really. But you're attracting people closer to you. And you're also giving the people that are already in your life a more clear opportunity to strengthen their relationship to you. And unfortunately, the opposite side of that is like when we are vulnerable and when we give other people the chance to do that, sometimes they do and they move closer to us, and sometimes they can't meet us there and they move away from us. So that's the polarizing aspect that I'm getting from this. But just know that it's bringing you to good things, and Spirit really wants to encourage you to continue speaking your truth, to continue analyzing and getting in line with how you truly feel, and not being afraid to express that to other people, because you deserve it just as much as everyone else. You deserve to take up space just as much as everyone else. Let's keep going, my love. So the last thing I asked is what would help you with your confidence to hear. So what would make you feel more confident for me to say to you right now? Got the devil? Interesting with what I was just talking about. We've got the Two of Vessels. Oh, don't you worry, because look at the ending of this reading. Wow. I really love this for you, pile number 2. Okay, so let me just start with that devil right there. What was I saying about when you are stepping in to your truer self, when you're being true, some people are going to get closer, some people are going to get a lot farther. But you, my dear, are learning how to cut out what's not working for you anymore. You are learning how to let go of the things that make you revert back to old versions of yourself that don't fit anymore. So funny that that's the center of your reading. Those scissors, right? And that can be scary to make that move. But you're very supported by Spirit in doing this, and I feel that you probably have a sense of how strong you are during this process, and it feels uncomfortable, but you know that you can do it. And I just love the ending of this reading with the Two of Cups and the Sun. The Sun is ending your reading, dude. So like I was saying, so it's so funny like how you can read the whole spread just by taking a couple cards and hiding the rest. Like I feel like this is really just reinforcing what I've already told you, which is why I love tarot so much. It's so cool. But with the Two of Vessels, this is about genuine connection. It is about a wonderful give and take, reciprocity and flow. And we need relationships in our life that just flow with who we naturally are, that flow with who we want to be, that we can see potential in, and who give us as much as we give them, and vice versa. So yeah, I feel almost like a best friendship vibe. Maybe you had to let go of a best friend recently. Somebody new is coming in for you, and that if that resonates romantically, then take it that way. Whoever stepped away from you recently, I almost feel like the sensation of like I know that replaced kind of sounds, I don't know, can sound mean, whatever. They're getting replaced. The universe is replacing them with someone that is more in line with you, so that you don't have to worry about speaking your truth ruining a relationship anymore. You're going to get into relationships that allow space for authentic truth telling. And that's what you need at this point in your life. You need to be able to shine your light. You could very well be a Leo, but I'm also getting Cancer energy as well with the Chariot. Yeah, pile number 2. I'm happy for you, and I hope that this validates you in what you had to let go of. Maybe you've teetered back and forth after the fact, feeling like, damn, did I make the right decision? You made the right decision, my dear, okay? And you're gonna know that because once you move into this next phase of your life, once you have these connections start pouring in that just feel so fucking cosmically aligned, you're gonna know what I'm talking about, okay? We started with the 10 of Wands, which is exhaustion, which is carrying so much on your back alone, moved into truth-telling, perhaps just being honest about a relationship that was burdening you and saying, hey, I feel like I deserve better than what you're giving me. And going into that Devil, you kind of had no choice but to cut out the relationship. And then we move right into the Two of Cups. It's almost like the universe was waiting to give this to you until you dealt with that situation and finally realized this person, this old person and I, maybe we had a good thing going for a while, but then it just started bogging me down. And I don't want to be bogged down. I want people in my life that embrace happiness with me and that lifts me up and that we support each other. And I'm going to go after that. And you find it. If you haven't found it now, you're going to. And then you're in the sun. It's just such an amazing reading. It's such an amazing progression. And it just goes to show that when we are brave enough to say no to the things that we really don't want in our lives, the universe finally has space to give us what we do want in our lives. It's a simple message, but that's what's coming through. You let go of the past and you allow your future to come in. I think that's it, pile number 2. That was such a sweet reading. I wish you the best of luck in this next chapter of your life, and I feel that it's going to be really positive and really enlightening for you. So enjoy it, okay? Enjoy building relationships that are more reciprocal and that serve you. If you enjoyed how I showed up today, pile number 2, please click some buttons, subscribe if you want to see more tarot readings from me, and if you like short form content as well, I also make readings on TikTok under Boyish Empress. But otherwise, till next time, hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and take care of yourself. Bye. Hello, pile number 3 viewers. Welcome to your positive message. However your day went thus far, I want you to get rid of the bad stuff that happened, okay? Shake out your shoulders, your hands, whatever you need to ground into the present moment and allow yourself to open a little bit to receiving some positivity. All right. Let's get started. I'm using the Transient Light Tarot today, and these are going to be quicker than most of my messages because I'm going to put a little pep in your step. The first thing I asked Spirit when I was shuffling these cards is to compliment you a couple times. So let's see what Spirit wants you to be complimented on today. 3 of Vessels, that's 3 of Cups. 3 of Wands, okay, 2 3s. You could be a Gemini. Do I want to pull one more? No, we're going to wait. Oh my god, I just realized that you're pile number 3 and you got 2 3s. Maybe you've been seeing 333 a lot. I don't know, the number 3 is significant. I don't really remember what 3s represent. Let's look it up. I have Google on my side. What do 3s mean in numerology? Number 3s can be identified by their enthusiasm, energy, and great social spirit. That makes a lot of sense. Because what I was actually going to talk about is your ability to be in community with others. I really like this 3 of vessels and the meaning behind it. Usually we see the 3 of vessels as 3 figures with cups in their hands, kind of rejoicing, toasting, if you will, like enjoying each other's company. And in this deck, it's 3 different colors of paint, all being evenly distributed on a paintbrush. So this makes me feel, it always makes me feel like a community vibe, and specifically like communities related to art and hobbies. Maybe you have like a couple of groups that you go to. I'm getting like book club vibes, like painting nights, even like movie nights. I don't know, there's some like hobby stuff. Maybe like knitting or crocheting. If you don't already do those things, Spirit thinks it would be a great idea for you to get involved in some of those activities, because there's this amazing positive energy being weaved into your life right now that has to do with creativity and how you can express your creativity with other people. I'm also getting open mic nights. I know I personally really enjoy open mic nights and how you can meet other people who are artistic so easily at them. But yeah, I feel this wonderful heart-centered energy where you just have a lot of love to give, and I think you have a lot of creativity to express. And Spirit really wants to embrace you for how wonderful you can be working with other people. Even at your workplace, I'm hearing you're just a really valued member of whatever teams or communities that you're on. People really love how much space, compassionate space that you give to others. They love that you're a good listener. They love that you're enthusiastic. And so if you have a habit of really appreciating others and not quite appreciating yourself, Spirit really wants you to take a second out, even if it's just right here and right now, to appreciate what you bring to the table. I feel like if you're not already, you would be really good at building community and bringing groups of people together. So if that's something that has been on your mind recently, this is the green light from Spirit. You would be really, really good at it, okay? And otherwise, just keep doing what you're doing, because you're changing people's lives, even just by giving people a space, period. Like if you open your house to people for things like a book club or, like I said, painting nights, everything I said, it's so valued for people to have a comfortable, accepting place to go, especially if they're creating art or processing something or expressing themselves. And you're really good at providing that. But don't forget that because you're good at providing it, it means that you also need it. So sometimes providers of anything can forget that just because they have the capacity to give something doesn't mean that they don't need it in return. So be just as compassionate with yourself as you are with others that you hold space for. But you're just wonderful at doing that. And again, it's being weaved into your future in beautiful and perhaps unexpected ways. Let's move further into your reading. We got 2 more left. So the other thing that I asked Spirit is like, what would give you confidence for me to tell you? So let's see what they have to say for that. Pile number 3. Okay, Keeper of Swords. And the 4 of Vessels. Okay, so I'm being called to read this one from the book. The Keeper of Swords is wise, swift to exchange sound advice and accept change. Wisdom is the craft of weaving knowledge with threads of insight and love. A fact is just a fact, but it takes skill to use the information effectively. If you can begin to develop this skill, you can unlock powerful ways to understand the world, see through deception, or even love others in a deeper and more compassionate way. What I'm really getting with the Keeper of Swords and the 4 of Vessels is that you need to value the skill of applying knowledge to your waking world. Let me rephrase that. You need to appreciate and value your ability to take in knowledge and then put it into practice. And so I'm feeling this in the sense of a community setting. You need to make sure that you are upholding your skill and ensuring that your place in your community or group is continued to be respected. And if it's not, with the 4 of Vessels, then you have to move on to other ventures. I feel like right now you're kind of in an in-between. So maybe there's a group of people that maybe you feel like boundaries need to be strengthened in one or more areas, but it's not necessarily a situation that is bad for you. I think some tweaks and adjustments need to be made in one specific group of people that might be underestimating how much work you're doing to uphold the consistency or the quality of whatever community it is that you have built. So make sure that people know how much work goes into it, okay? Set boundaries. Don't allow people to have access to you at all times just because you are really good at holding space and you're really good at being a leader, because I feel strong leadership energy from you. So leaders have to have really strong boundaries. They have to know when enough is enough. They have to know when something rubs them the wrong way, and they also have to know how to communicate that with others in a sort of balanced, diplomatic way. And I feel like you're really good at doing that because the Keeper of Swords is here. You're at least good at identifying what your boundaries are, but you have the capacity to lean more into that ability to communicate with someone that something is right or wrong for you. And like I said, if it gets to a point where your boundaries are pushed too many times, you have to be able to get yourself out of situations, or at the very least kind of adjust and make sure that your space, that you have control over the space that you created to the degree that it is kept sacred and safe and productive. And that's really what's coming through here. Okay, so just make sure that you're staying in tune with what your boundaries are and that you allow others to act in their own ways, just so long as the sanctity of the group is still intact. But it feels like you're the leader of something, so you have control over kind of what changes need to happen and what changes need to take place. So believe in yourself that you can adjust to that and do that, okay? All right, pile number 3 viewers, this was your reading. I hope that you feel a little bit more confident and secure in yourself. If you enjoyed this reading, please push the buttons for me. And if you like shorter form content, just know that I'm also on TikTok and do short readings there under Boyish Empress. But otherwise, I will see you the next time that we do a tarot reading together. Okay, have a great rest of your day or night and take care. Bye. Hello, pile number 4 viewers. Welcome to your reading about confidence and compliments. Okay, you chose this really nice ocean jasper. Let's see what Spirit needs you to hear today to put a pep in your step. Make you feel a little bit more connected to yourself. I'm using one deck today. It is the Transient Light Tarot. And the first thing that I ask Spirit is to let me know how I can compliment you today. So here's some compliments. We've got past. We've got present. Oh my god. Okay, if you've never used this deck before, there's only 3 cards that are like this in the entire deck. Past, present, and future. So you've got past and present. I need some more information, so I'm going to take out all your cards right now. As opposed to reading half of them like I did for the other ones. The Moon. Ace of Vessels. Okay. I feel like I need one more. Spirit, please give me one more card. Please give me one more card for the pile number 4 collective. What is the overall message of this deck? We've got the Defender, which is the Emperor. Alright, pile number 4. The first thing that Spirit wants me to talk about is some sort of, it feels like a romantic situation. Doesn't have to be. Take it as it resonates with your life. But Spirit wants to say that you have done a good job in letting your energy be known. I don't exactly know what that means. There is actually, it's funny that this is a confidence reading because I feel that you have stepped into your confidence very much recently and you've let that radiate from you. And so other people in your life can now feel that and understand it in a deeper way. Hold on, I don't know why this is doing that. For a while, it was difficult for you to see how you could show up as your most authentic self. I feel like in the past, you kind of camouflaged parts of you and you let yourself be kind of lost in a fog of what people expected of you. For some reason, I am getting this like sense of like romantic relationships. Perhaps you were, okay, if this doesn't resonate, that's totally fine. Maybe this is just for a select few of you. But I am getting the message that like you came out about your sexual identity, your sexual orientation, and for a while you were masquerading that and you were, in the closet, so to speak. If that doesn't resonate for you, then there was just something about your authenticity that you were hiding and not letting bubble up to the surface, and you were keeping it to yourself as this kind of like treasured secret. That's what I get with this Ace of Vessels here. This is something that is actually very beautiful to you, and you didn't want to hide it. It's not like you thought it was wrong. but it scared you, and so you kept it in this little bottle, and you waited a long time to let anyone know. And perhaps you're still in that phase where you're like right on the cusp of letting yourself shine through and letting yourself be seen. Either way, the end result and the center of this reading is this, which is finding the gem extracted out of the darkness. Gems are built, or they emerge out of the darkest of caves. And you were in that for long enough. So if you are still in that dark cave, it's time to come out, my friend. It's time to come out. Because you know, and this is I know it's coming out kind of tough, but this is a compliment. And it is that you're ready to be seen, and you are really powerful, and you've gained a lot through your period of exploration. I'm getting tears behind my eyes. So this may be very emotional for you, but I just want to let you know that it's time, okay? With the past and present being here, you've had that steady progression. With the past card, it's like you dug whatever this is, like you buried it under the ground, and you let other parts of you be on the surface. But you put something away in the past. And what you didn't know is that when you dug this up, what was going to happen? Over time, the things that you dug up, the things that you buried, sorry, that's what I meant to say, that you dug it into the ground. The things that you buried sprouted up into their own plants. And so now, in the present, you can see the only thing that's in the ground is what you buried. All these things are gone. So whether you are ready for this or not, or you feel ready for this or not, these things have already sprouted within you. It's only natural for you to let this authenticity shine, because it is present. It is in the present right now. These things have blossomed. And these things are visible now. So all you really have to do is just let them be there. Just say, this is who I am, and let it radiate out. So whatever this means to you, okay? Again, take it as it resonates. It doesn't have to be your sexual orientation. Could be anything that you were afraid to show other people, a side of you that they didn't know, an interest that you thought was weird. Let me get one more. I know I said one more before, Spirit, but this is the last one. Can I have one final card for pile number 4 viewers? What would give them confidence for me to say at the end of this reading? How should I close the end of this reading? One more, please. One more, please. Thank you. 3 of Swords in reverse. The heartache around this situation has been left in the past. You've transformed it. It's something different now. Okay? I know that you're scared that you would have to revert to a place of fear and a place of burying things. But Spirit wants you to know that you have reversed this energy. You have gotten through it. You won't have to deal with it again, at least not in the way that you did. The last thing I want to say to pile number 4 viewers is, because this is a reading about coming out, metaphorically or literally, I just want to remind you that even if this reading resonates for you, that only you can decide when to come out. Only you can determine when it is safe for you to come out. I'm not a mental health professional, but I am a queer person, and I am a trans person. And I want you to know that you need to make this decision when you are ready and when and if you feel safe. So do not take this message and put it into action if you are not safe. Okay, I'm not sure of your whole situation, but I would never want to put you in harm's way just because of a tarot reading, okay? So please, please, please use your discernment. Move from truth and trust. But if it's not safe for you to reveal whatever this truth is, it's okay to keep yourself safe. That is the number one priority. Whatever your situation is, okay? Just trust. It's going to be okay. It's going to end up in you confirming and placing yourself in your empowered expression. All right, pile number 4, that was your reading. I know that it was a little deep, a little juicy. I wish you the best of luck in this journey. I wish you safety, and I wish you authenticity in your most profound expression. You're beautiful. If you enjoyed this reading, pile number 4, please like, subscribe, do all the things, press all the buttons. And if you like shorter form content, just know that I also make videos on TikTok under the name Boyish Empress. Other than that, I will see you the next time that we are doing tarot together, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day or night, and take care. And to all of my piles today, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, hit the buttons if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye.